Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to edit this. This is WVGA. Of course, I'm using the Kodak ZE1. A couple days ago, my computer, the Windows 7 64-bit computer, hard drive failed. I brought it to a computer shop. There's 17 bad sectors. It wouldn't boot. It started up and then shuts down, starts up, shut down, start up, shut down. And it's a 750 gigabyte hard drive. And it needs a new hard drive. Now, I paid like $550 4 or 5 years ago at Staples for that computer. It's a quad core. So the guy in the computer shop said that's one of the better ones. And but as you know, I have trouble editing HD videos. I've always had trouble with it, especially if the files are too big. And from what he tells me, it's usually the video card, and anything you buy, unless you spend big money like $600 for a video card, you're not going to be able to do it. So that's out of my budget. So in order for him to replace the hard drive, reformat it, reinstall the operating system, which is Windows 7 Home Premium. I don't want Windows 10. I refuse to go to Windows 10. And even the guy in the computer shop says when he builds computers, he will not build them with Windows 10 unless somebody wants them. He doesn't like it, and a lot of people I talk to don't like it. We will not ever go to it. Now, I have my choice of getting a refurbished from Walmart.com. You order it, and it'll be shipped to one of your local Walmarts for usually around $200. Windows 7, 32 or 64-bit, depends. And usually refurbished Dell 755s, if I'm not mistaken. My wife has one, and my son has one. They work very well. But they're not quad cores. So the guy in the computer shop said that this HP that I brought in for repair is one of the better ones. And I kind of like say, well, let's get this one fixed. He'd put a 1 terabyte hard drive in there. There was a 750 gig when I got the computer. Put a 1 terabyte in there. Reinstall the operating system, transfer the data from the bad hard drive onto the new one. And they got special software. They said that they can do that even though the hard drive is bad. For a total of, and he gave me a break on the data transfer, $325. Well, that's too much money. I can't afford that. So we were balancing that out versus the cost of another computer, which would be $200, anywhere from $150 to a little better than $200 for Windows 7, 32-bit or 64-bit with up to a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is plenty good enough. 4 gigs of RAM, and you know that's sufficient, which is what I got in there now. I also asked him, I have a 320 gig SATA drive, which was in here. This was my wife's old e-machine. Windows XP. I put in, when she had it, and this was in 2008 or 2009, some memory which I pulled out of here and extended it up to 2 gigabytes. And I also added a second hard drive. They're both out now. I took them out. The original drive was an 80 gig. The second hard drive is a 320 gigabyte, both SATA drives. The guy in the computer shop says, you want to bring your own drive in, he'll do the whole thing, but no guarantees, because if your drive craps out, there's nothing I can do for you. He would guarantee it if he put the drive in, which was $100 for a 1 terabyte hard drive, he would guarantee it for 1 year. So that would have cost me $325. I elected to go with doing the used hard drive from here. He'll run a test on it. He'll install Windows 7 Home Premium, but no data transfer, because I figured I got a lot of that stuff backed up on flash drives and external hard drives. Although there are some videos that I made on YouTube I did not back up, but they were on this drive. And I had so much stuff on there that I wanted to save some money, so I decided let's not do it. So he's going to charge me $146 for the whole thing, with using my drive, installing the operating system, updating Windows 7. In other words, when it leaves his shop, it'll be totally updated. And then I have to install the antivirus, which we went with Norton, not the 360. We went with the other one. That's $40 a year for up to 5 computers. So my wife and my son both have it on there, and it's been working good, because there was viruses on my wife's computer using Avast. So Avast is Avast free, I guess. Doesn't do everything, obviously. So I'm making a long-winded video here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit this on the XP machine that I showed you on. If I didn't show you, I'll show you now, on my desktop, on the older computer. This computer here is very slow, and I decided to scrap it and get the second hard drive out, and that's the one that he's going to use for my main hard drive. So I'm only going to have a 220 gigabyte hard drive instead of the 750 that I had in there, but my intention is to add a second hard drive in that computer after he fixes it. I just got to see if I got something around the house, otherwise it'll have to wait. So I have to be careful with my video. It's going to be very difficult, and what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get somebody that'll get the data off the broken hard drive. I asked him to give it back to me. He says you need special software to do that, because the boot sector, they tried to fix the boot sector, he told me, and it couldn't be repaired. It had 17 bad sectors in there. And I asked him, well, if it has that many bad sectors, how would you get the data off of the hard drive? And he said, we got special software that can do that. But I decided not to have that done, because that was another $150 to have over 2 gigs of information. Not 2 gigs, 200 gigs. I got 200 gigs, a little better than that, of data on that original drive that was in my main computer. So I'm going to try to see if I can do it with a USB flash drive. A USB transfer, by using the SATA cable, data cable that I got, that'll plug the drive in and then plug it in the USB. He says it won't. The computer won't recognize it, because that is, purposely done, because it protects you, so nobody can just take a drive and stick it in their computer and get it to work. Makes sense. But I can't afford to have all this stuff done. I'm on a very fixed income. So I've been answering comments by way of my Windows XP, but I can't watch videos on it. They keep stopping. They're jerky and they don't play right. So I'm not watching any videos right now, and I'm going to commence to scrap the rest of this. I took out the memory, I took out both hard drives, and I got a CD drive here and a processor. But this is an old machine. I'm not sure how old it is. but it's Windows XP. The problem with this, and I'm making a long video here, but I'm trying not to pause it because I may not be able to edit this, even though it's WVGA, until I get my main computer back. So the problem I have is all my computers, including the ones I got in the shed, are either Windows 98 or Windows XP. I've got like 2 or 3 Windows XP computers. I don't have any Windows 7. I don't even have a Windows 7 laptop. Everything is XP and Windows 98. Actually, I don't even have a Windows 98 laptop anymore. That got junked a long time ago. I have a Windows 2000 Dell D600, and I have the HP DV1000, which has Windows XP on it. So I do not own a second Windows 7 computer. So I got to do everything on XP now, and it's real slow. So I just want to give you an update, and take you to in the shed here. Sorry about this type of video, but I may not be able to edit it, so I got to do it one stream here. In the shop, in the shed, this is a shell from an XP that I stripped out, took the power supply out last year. This is the Dell that I sent a friend of mine the processor out of, an old Dell that I paid $3 for. So it looks like a third case is going to be thrown in the shed here, because I don't know what to do with these things. And then in the electronic shop, I've got a Windows 98 desktop, small stubby one, a low, small desktop computer, and a real old HP 305W Windows XP computer desktop. So I don't have anything decent to do video editing on right now. So that's the story there. Not sure if the shop is open. No, I locked it back up. All right. Well, anyways, so it's going to be a while before I get active again. It's going to be a few days, and he'll give me a call. So it's going to cost me about $147 to be exact, with the tax, to have the operating system installed, and Windows 7 Home Premium all up to date. He says that'll take a couple hours. They do everything, I know, because I've done all that updating stuff before, and it takes a long time. Whenever you buy even a new Windows 7 computer or a refurbished one, you got to do all the updates, and that takes a while. So he's going to do that. The only thing is I have to install Windows Movie Maker, because it does not come with Windows 7. I got to download that, Microsoft Essentials or Live Essentials or something like that. So I got to fart around with that, and then I got to get my video editing program in there. I don't know. Power Director was one of my better ones that John gave me. John from Arkansas gave me that program last year or the year before, I think. And that was a wonderful video editing program, but then the preview windows went black and I couldn't use it anymore. And the guy at the computer shop said it's your video card. Well, I'm not spending $600 for a video card. No way in hell, Jose. I don't have that kind of money. So I'm going to try to reinstall that and see if I can get it to go. Sony Movie Studio 13, which I also have, it's too complicated to use. It's very difficult to use. I may not, but if I can get Windows Movie Maker to work in this computer, because I got to put it all back in again, I'll be happy. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck with Pinnacle version 12, which is the latest one that works reliably, but that's always hanging up. So it's nothing but a buggy program. So the there is a possibility that I may not be able to get my videos back like it used to be. Well, not that they were much good anyways, compared to some of the guys that have all these special effects and everything. So now I wanted to give you a long-winded update here, and what I'm going to try to do is to upload this thing right away off the XP. I don't know if I can do it. I don't even know if I can sign into my YouTube channel from that computer. I don't like using XP because it's not that secure. It has Avast in it. It don't have Norton. It's just an extra computer that I had that I use for Pinnacle Studio version 12. That's what's in that. And also it's online, but it's not secured. It keeps saying I'm not secured even though I got Avast in there. So I'm going to try to see if I can upload this video. If you see it, obviously you got it. Oh, that's the story here. If it isn't one thing, it's another. It's the story of my life. So thank you for watching, and maybe I'll be back to normal. Maybe I won't. Take care, everybody.